Okay. We are live. Can you hear me? I see Michelle. You're here. Hi. Okay. Michelle, can you let me know if you hear me? That would be great. Just let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Okay. For those of you who are new here, welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chic. We are a commentary channel. But lately, once in a while, I've been experimenting with a little comedy, some parodies, and stuff like that. Tonight's video is a reactception, a reaction to a reaction. Oh, great. Thanks, Michelle. It's reaction to a reaction to a video Karina Kaboom uploaded earlier. And before I get to that, though, I just want to thank my current members. And we'll incorporate the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show because, hey, Isabella, great to have you. Because Michelle would never forgive me if I didn't do that part. Okay? So, let's shout out to the channel members. I did promise once I had 10 members, I would start doing this type of thing. Here are shout outs to you. Okay. Yeah. Hang on a second. Having a little technical glitch. This is what happens when your technology is old ass. You know what I mean? Okay. So, I want to start out by thanking our current Mad Hatters channel members, Michelle, Isabella, who are both in the chat right now. Back to Twitter jail, will you go? Yes, because Michelle's full-time job is trying to keep me out of trouble, which proves to be difficult much of the time. Although tonight should be smooth. It's a members-only chat. So that should deter some of the trolls, because they would have to join my channel for at least a month to be able to, yeah, if you're going to pay for the privilege to troll, well then. So anyways, but the rest of them, Michael B. Sweatyars, Haydur Nation News Network, Belinda, where she's not in the corner. Our favorite noodlehead is not in the corner, ever, in this Mad Hatters group. Negs, Scott Stevens, Silvana G, Lely T, Searching for Keys, and Resting Bitch Face. Thank you for joining. So if you wish to become a Mad Hatter, perhaps now, if you wish to interact with the chat, it's one, just click the join or click the super chat button, and the join option should be there as well. Yeah. And also, oh my God, I forgot to put my details in the description box of the video. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Jesus Christ, I learned to get my stuff all well prepared, right? And ordinarily I'm better prepared than this, but the video upload came only earlier. So anyways, back to, yeah. So if you wish to support the channel, you can, and even interact in tonight's chat, you can click the join button. Also, you can, for one-time donations, you can donate through PayPal, rest assured. Oh, thank you, Michelle, for putting it there. Yes, we are all mad here, and that's a wonderful thing. Yeah. Thanks for putting the information in, Michelle. Yes, you may, so like I said, there are other ways to support the channel. You can donate privately through PayPal, rest assured. I will keep your information private, as well. I also have a merch shop. I have a merch shop. Yes, Christmas is fast approaching. Might be more of a after Christmas gift at this stage, but yeah, go check out my merch shop. I got some cool designs over there for t-shirts, mugs, masks, whatever you might need. Oh, yes, and thanks for sharing my Twitter. You can stalk me on Twitter at Fedora_Chic. Yeah, cool. So what we're going to do is, yes, as you guessed it, we are going to react to the video Karina Kaboom's Karina Kaboom. So what we're going to do is, yes, hang on. We are going to react to the video Karina Kaboom. Sorry about that. I apologize. Early A-begging portion. It's Christmas. Yes, that's right, Michelle. You got that right. So anyways, let me get the ads out of the way because, well, no, it's not an ad. Okay, so we're going to be reacting to Karina Kaboom's upload from early this afternoon called Amberlynn Reid Calls Out YouTubers. Now, before we get into that, I just want to point out, for those who don't know, Karina Kaboom is a drama channel of approximately 130,000 subscribers, give or take. While she does react often to Amberlynn and Foodie Beauty, I think more often to Amberlynn. She is not a member of Haydur Nation. She does not play Haydur Nation reindeer games. And okay, and unlike most of Haydur Nation, who I actually do have great disdain for, I don't hate Karina Kaboom. I really don't. I was subbed to her once upon a time. I did enjoy her drama videos. I like the fact that she was not biased, but as of late, I'm finding, I don't know, I'm finding some bias. And this video I'm going to be reacting to is no exception. So yeah, I'll just make a note, you know, no hate to either Amberlynn, no hate to Karina Kaboom, please. Not, at least not in my name, okay, or not in my channel's name either. Okay, but there are arguments I'd like to put some hole in. Okay, so yeah, Isabella, KK was never my cup of tea. Lots like her though. Yeah, I know, I'm not taking away that she's popular at all. I'm giving her credit. You know, many of you who have followed me for some time, I will give credit where it's due. Even people I do disdain, even if I am doing it through gritted teeth. You know, no, I have no disdain towards Karina Kaboom, and I don't want anybody sending any over to her or to Amberlynn. Not in my name, not in my channel's name. So, and I thought it was an interesting talk. There were some interesting points touched upon. But there are a lot of arguments she made I can punch holes through. And yeah, I will have one critique of Amberlynn Reid here. Assuming with what Karina Kaboom said is true, I didn't see any receipts or any clips about it. So at this point, it's hearsay. Hey, searching for keys. Welcome. 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 So anyways, let's get started with this reaction, shall we? Yeah. Let's get it with the reaction. It's called Amberlynn Reid Calls Out YouTubers. Okay. All right. Whoops.
So disgusting. It's because it's me. You hate me so much or dislike me so much that you were blinded. Like, I saw this girl. She actually lives in LA and she's very attractive, you know. She's rich, whatever it may be. And no hate to her, but she also made chili. I think it was a week ago for one of her vlogmases, and I'm telling you, it was like greenish, like puke green, and everyone's like, this looks so good, guys. So it's just all about how people perceive you and see you.
Okay, one point to make. While I'll be reacting mostly to Karina Kaboom, I will make one point to this. Amberlynn did a chili cooking recipe. What, a few days ago, was it? Yesterday, a few days ago. And it's not the first time she's made her special, quote unquote, special chili. I'll have to admit that her chili recipe is more like a soup, but if that's how she and or Becky or members of her household eat it, who am I to critique it, right? If that's how they like it. Personally, would I be eating her chili recipe? No, I wouldn't. Okay. Partly because I am vegan and there is meat in that chili recipe. And secondly, I tend to like my vegan chili thick. Okay. I like it to have a lot of consistency. Now, in referring to that girl, let's point out she did not mention any names. She did not mention the name of the channel. I have seen recipes for green chili. Would I eat it? I'll admit I'd have a hard time because if I saw something, I don't know, liquid and green in a bowl. I'd have a hard time eating it. I know but I'm worse than a kid that way. But I think it's just a matter of taste, and that's why there are so many cooking recipes. I'm sure if you were to search YouTube, you would find a shit ton of chili recipes. And that's the wonderful thing about it. Pick a recipe you think you might like. Let me turn to the chat for a second. Okay. So I loved what AL said. Yeah, I like what he said too. I just wanted to point out, that out. It was sad hearing AL say how ugly she knows she is. Yeah, it is. It is sad. And unfortunately, it's bigger than social media. It's societal beauty standards, particularly stringent beauty standards held for women. And yeah, it's held on women. And we live in an age where the quality of a woman is measured by how she looks above all. So that part is not true. There are studies that were done on this. Thank you, Jigsaw Woman. Thank you for becoming a Mad Hatter. And welcome. Welcome. Thank you. So anyways, even if you made her chili vegan, it still won't be good. No, exactly, Michelle. Personally, I wouldn't eat it because I gave the other reason. Okay, if I want to make soup, I have plenty of soup recipes, right? And I like my chili thick, okay? I like my chili super thick. Like, you need a fork to eat it, okay? Not a spoon, you need a fork. That's how I like it. And just think of it as green eggs and ham. Searching for keys. That's one way, Sam, I will not eat them in a car, in it, whatever, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that that I think her cooking vlogs and her cooking blogs, the food looks appetizing. I'm not going to sit here and pretend. I do remember a macaroni dish she made, a pasta dish that looked kind of like hospital food. We all know how I feel about hospital food. I tend to throw it at a wall. AKA airy nothing. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Jigsaw Woman. Key, it's the combo of good that is just weird. Welcome, Jigsaw. Yes, thank you. Thanks, I'm glad. I've never been a member of anything. Well, welcome to the Mad Hatters, Jigsaw Woman. We're all mad here, and it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. I don't like soups or chilies, not a fan. You see, searching for keys, it's just all a matter of taste, right? I'm an extremely picky eater myself, to the point where I drive people, anybody who's trying to cook for me, it's going to drive them nuts, okay? Because my list of dislikes or what I don't eat is a hell of a lot longer than what I do. Excuse me, it's because I don't smoke enough. Becky loves her chili. Yeah, I would have to be inclined. Otherwise, the recipe would be changed. I mean, if Becky keeps eating it, I guess it's fine for them, or fine for her, right? I do know that in my household, my father did all the cooking when we were my brother and I were growing up, and my brother, yeah. Yes, thank you for choosing thank you. I appreciate that, Jigsaw Woman. Thank you, Isabella, and Searching for Keys. And Michelle, thank you for making Jigsaw Woman feel welcome here. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Yeah. So, yeah, it's hospital food might stick. I don't want to. It does look like paste, it does. It does, trust me. I can't even handle the smell of it. It's like when they bring it to me in the hospital, it's like, no, get the tray out of here. Get it out of here now. Get it out of here. Because I get nauseous from it. I get nauseous from smells, So I'm just pointing out. Amberlynn might have a point that there might be a bias against her. But at the same time, I got to point out, some people might find green chili very appetizing. Would I find it appetizing? I don't know. I've never seen pictures of it. You know what I mean? I've also seen green minestrone. I wouldn't touch that. But that's me. You know what I mean? That's me. Yeah, one thing AL can do is cook. Yeah. So anyways, let's go on with it.
Some people are just super blinded by hate, and that's just kind of how it goes.
That's true. That's true. Twinkie! Cute
People
dog.
try to justify the way that they treat me, but the truth is, it's just I am judged because of how I look.
This is true. She is judged heavily. As we all know, the YouTube has its villains. Amberlynn Reid is right up there. I always wondered why. You know, and certain things. Yes, I know about the drama from a few years ago, but again, I never saw any proof of it. And if anybody else were accused of what she were accused of, believe me, people would be asking for receipts. But anyways, I'm not going to dwell too long on that part of it, because I've discussed it at length, and there will be future videos where I will be talking about that as well. Yeah, but yeah, hate does blind. She's right there. Amberlynn Reid is right there. Hate does blind. It does blind. Ask Haydur Nation.
I could make a whole full length, like 2-hour video with proof of this girl, and she's literally traveling with people and like all this stuff, and then like she completely lied and said that she was going by herself, and then all of a sudden the next clip she goes, I never said I was not going by myself. And
okay, I have no idea who she's talking about because she never mentions the girl or the channel name. So for intents and purposes, if she's not giving out the name, I'll give her credit for that. Maybe because she doesn't want to send hate over there. I don't know.
I was like, yes, you did in the clip for that. But people are totally fine with her being a liar. Totally fine with her traveling. But that's all okay because she's attractive.
Well, here's the other thing. I mean, look what happened when Foodie Beauty came to Montreal to go to Schwartz's. I did a live react not long ago about that. Haydur Nation's double standards of their own, flipping out over Chantal coming to Montreal. Because most, of her audience and my audience, they're American and may not have been to Montreal, let alone to Schwartz's. Or even, outside of the province of Quebec, for those who don't know, Schwartz's, like I said, is iconic. It's existed in the same family for almost a century. The smoked meat sandwich is so iconic that playwrights wrote a musical about it that was shown at the Centaur and at the Seagull, which are the largest theaters here in Montreal, and I believe it traveled. Yeah, it's called Schwartz's the Musical. But DC Media Girl, for example, goes off to Kentucky, and then she goes off to Annapolis, where there was, again, a high percentage of COVID. That seemed to get a pass.
The more attractive you are, the more you get away with.
People are treating Amber the way that they...
Just before we get into Karina, yeah, I've actually had that similar experience with jobs mainly, but anyways.
They're treating her, not because of her body. Despite what she says in today's video, her body is not the issue.
But isn't it though, Karina? Maybe it's not for you, at least not some, maybe, but for most, if you just take a look at her comment section or the reaction videos, 9 times out of 10, it is about her weight. It is about her failed diets. It's about her food, not just her poor cooking, but her food, like whether she's ordering, like even if she's ordering takeout from her favorite places. A lot of these places I know nothing about because they don't have them in Montreal. For instance, we don't have Cheesecake Factory here. We don't have Panda Express, and something tells me I'm not missing much. But let me go to the chat before we go on. Hey, Rockin' Roberta. Hey, Rockin' Roberta. Hey, Rockin' Roberta. Okay. Anti-apocalypse. The bodies of her audiences are the issue. They refuse to deal with their own weight and poor relationships with food and choose to be avoidant by deflecting onto Amberlynn instead. I would agree with that in many of the case of Haydur Nation. However, with Karina Kaboom, I have no idea what this woman looks like. I don't know if she's fat, thin, and to me, that's immaterial for the purpose of this reaction. Toronto does have those places. Okay. Amberlynn is a scapegoat for America's obesity epidemic. So true. Let's go further up. I mean, she's not lying. If Karina saw her in person, she would stare at her. Yes, of course. And I think most people do. You know, it's kind of like the freak show. Yes, it is a lot of her weight looks. Absolutely right, Isabella. And then, yeah, you are on point. Hey, Roberta, good to have you. Michelle, you cut the bullhorn again. How about a certain other person? Yeah, so we talked about DC Media. Terry Cato, thank you. Welcome. Welcome to the Mad Hatters. Welcome. If I don't notice super chats or new memberships right away, it's because I'm looking at the other screen on the video, and I will most definitely get to it as soon as I can. Thank you so much, Terry Cato. Welcome. Keys, I read in Gordon Ramsay's voice, bland, dry. Amberlynn loves her food being super boring and dry and flavorless. I would agree with you there, searching for Keys, and that's a lot of people, you know. That is a lot of people. You know, it's a matter, you know, taste is in the, or in this case, on the tongue of the beholder. Karina is the one with the angry Muppet avatar, right? Yeah, that's her. That's her. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Terry Cato. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. Yeah. I actually haven't watched this Vlogmas episode, so I'm being spoiled all over the place. I aim to please, Anti-Apocalypse. I aim to please. She has no real picture. Yeah, I don't have a picture of Karina Kaboom, hence that's why I put her Twitter avatar on my thumbnail. I have no idea what Karina Kaboom looks like, but like I said, it's immaterial for the type of reaction and commentary we're doing. Okay, but yeah, in the case of Haydur Nation, like Charlie Gold, On Program Situation, Michael B. Petty, and the list goes on and on. Yeah, in their case, they're self-hating. YouTube jail. Yes, for those who are new here, Michelle's kind of she has a full-time job trying to keep me out of trouble. Okay. And in exchange, every so often, I pepper the chat with the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show. So anyways, so let's continue.
The issue is this. How is this acceptable in almost 2020?
Okay, here we go with the long toenails on a dog. All right. That has got to be half of dog owners, okay? If this is considered abuse, then half of dog owners do. Because most of the dog owners I know are not always on top of their dog's nails either. You hear the clickety-clack on the floor when the dog walks. Now, I'm not sure, okay, because veterinary medicine is not my specialty, but is it considered harmful to clip your dog's claws yourself? I suppose if you have fine motor issue skills like me, I have issues with my fine motor skills, so I couldn't do that. I couldn't attempt it. I would have to pay money to have a professional do it. Now, Amberlynn, she probably could she pay a groomer to do it? Yeah, she probably could. You know, but am I going to nitpick over the dog's claws? No, because I'd have to nitpick everybody I know who's a dog owner. And especially during the pandemic, pretty sure finding an open dog groomer these days is, late, you know. Plus, let's remember there are others who really did abuse their animals. And they seem to, does anybody remember, what was her name? Brooke, was her last name Houghton? She was caught abusing, like literally beating her Doberman puppy on camera. And I always felt she got off too lightly from her audience. I know she may have been eventually canceled, but I always felt she got off much more lightly than Amberlynn does for the dog claws. Let me go to the chat. Yeah, okay. Hello, YouTube. Oh, name dropping. Yes, I'm name dropping. And the majority of Amber's audience Yes, make sure to yell. Twitter jail. I went last month saying I wanted to. Oh, you wanted to SLAP MFW. A lot of people do, Isabella. Trust me. I was in Twitter jail twice in 1 week about a month ago. Yeah, Michelle can share that funny anecdote with you. You have to keep her out of her real jail if she does more AMFW. That's so true at the apocalypse, because those who missed my MFW parody 2 days ago, I was just so loud and obnoxious, and I was so into the character that my neighbors called the cops midstream. I kid you not. Okay, those in the chat who will see it. Okay. If I tried to clip my dog's nails, he'd probably bite me. And that's another thing. I'm sure that happens. If you tried to do it yourself, and the dog would probably resist, do all to resist, I always just paid my vets to do it during routine checkups. They provide the service. All right, right on. You see? Right on. Michelle, it would be hard to clip them if you don't know how. Much to cut. Some people can't do do it proper. That's what I thought, Michelle. Brooke Houts or something way too lightly. She's horrible. Agreed to searching for keys. Yeah. Searching. Okay, Isabella. Yeah, she tried saying she didn't spin it on, but she was clearly spitting on that poor dog. Yeah, she was searching for keys. It wasn't missed on me. Michelle R. I had a neighbor who was adept at clipping her own dog's nails, but it can be challenging. That was the best of the stream, huh? The cops, Isabella. Auntie, no, I need to go fund me for bail cash. Terry, I groom my 4 poodles. Clipping nails can be tricky if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, that's what I figured, Terry. That's what I figured. Oh, Terry, you have pictures of your poodles? I love poodles. I think they're cute. Yeah, I'm like sure, Jen. When she claimed she didn't spit on the dog, she just randomly made a horking noise. Right. Yeah, I remember that anti-apocalypse. Yeah, it can. If some nails are dark and hard to see. Thank you, mother and son therapy dog team. All right, Terry. Excellent. Yeah, I'm all for pet therapy. I think animals can be quite therapeutic on a distressed human being. Animals will tend to love you unconditionally if you treat them well. Anyway, so yeah. But Amberlynn, for God's sake, if you want people to stop comment, get Twinkies just to get people off that nitpicking. Maybe get the dog's claws done. Be done with it and say, see? Okay.
Why has this woman still not cut Twinkie's nails?
Already been over that.
A small, defenseless Chihuahua.
We know it's a small Chihuahua. That's why the Chihuahua does not run wild in the streets. At least I'm guessing. I'm guessing they don't let the Chihuahua run loose in the streets. It's funny, long claws and then associated with defense. Okay, I remember hearing veterinarians, not recommending or refusing to declaw cats because they felt it was an amputation on a cat and it would affect their tendons permanently, and that a cat's front claws was their only means of defense. So it's kind of funny. Dog's long claws is defenseless, but a cat's claws, no,
This is a small, tiny, it's a living being. It's a small dog that cannot take care of herself.
We know.
Okay? Amber still has not cut Twinkie's nails.
We got it.
And she claims that she takes Twinkies to get the nails cut, but this is dog abuse. She is still not cutting.
Again, if that's dog abuse, then more than half of the dog owners I know are also committing dog abuse, because especially, like I said, especially during the pandemic where outings and things are limited, the dog groomer is closed. The only thing they can do is go to the veterinarian if their dog or cat or their pet is severely sick or injured somehow, right? So, yeah.
Twinkie's nails. Her and Becky sleep at all hours of the day, take naps, go to Walmart, and play Pictionary with Destiny and Dana.
Okay, that's how they spend their day, though. That's how they spend their day.
How about in between your groveling for Destiny's love, you actually cut the nails of your dog? Or maybe she should just rehome the dog to someone who can act.
Really? Rehome the dog because the dog's claws are not clipped? I would understand if the dog were sick continuously, can't pay the vet bills, the dog is being like literally physically abused, or the dog is being starved to death or being fed such toxic food that they get sick. Yeah, that would be grounds to rehome the dog. Let me see what the chat is saying. Yeah, my cat and dogs are so sweet. Right on, Michelle. She has enough to get them clipped. Yeah, I agree with you there, searching for keys. I agree with you there. He should probably get them clipped, but like I said, I don't think it's abuse. Animals are the best. They are anti-apocalypse. Nitpicking, keys, and bring her to the vet. Remember when she was sick? Yeah, that I never figured out why, and that is, if I have one critique of her, is that she didn't bring the dog to the vet when it needed help. That there's one critique, but I think she did end up taking the dog to the vet. Another thing was animal welfare has been sent to her home several times, only to find nothing. Keys, and remember to the vet. Remember when she was sick? Yeah, exactly. Funny, they have no problem with a certain hater deliberately choosing to mutilate her dog's ears and tail. Yeah, we're talking about DC Media Girl. One of her purebred boxer, she got the dog's ears cropped. Okay, she got the dog's ears cropped. Ostensibly, she thought she was going to be showing the dog, and apparently she said a boxer's ears required to be cropped. But there was something from the American Kennel Association that said, no, not necessarily. There are many veterinarians who will not do the procedure because they see it as tantamount to an amputation. In some jurisdiction, like in my province, in Quebec, it is illegal to crop a dog's ears or dock their tails. Tail docking and ear cropping is illegal here in La Belle Province. Yeah. Check fucking me. Yeah, exactly. Michelle, but could go eat. That was really messed up. Yeah, I agree with you there, searching for keys. I'm not going to sit here and pretend Amberlynn is perfect, and like I said, I will point out where things are wrong, and I will give credit where it is due. I always try to be as fair as I can here. Key seriously was. Yeah, Auntie, that's all fine and dandy. Yeah. Nobody said anything about the ear cropping and the tail docking of that boxer. I don't think it's abuse either. Okay, so let's continue.
Actually take care of her. The other reason why people are treating Amber the way that they're treating her is because she fat shames her girlfriend Becky.
I did get Becky mask just like this, but hers is Galaxy, but it doesn't fit. Explain to them what it does.
It doesn't fit this much of my face. It only goes to about here. So it likes to bunch up and then slide down past my nose. And then the little things that hook behind my ears pull my ears forward like this until it just comes off. So I actually think it's for a little kid.
It's the same size as what I have.
Okay, did anybody catch her fat shaming did anybody catch her fat shaming Becky? Becky was just they were talking about a mask that didn't fit. Did anybody catch that? I didn't catch that at all. Becky was just pointing out that the mask did not fit. And that happens too. Some of the masks, they claim that, even the cloth masks that are sold on the market, as well as the disposables, they're all one size fits all, right? So, but we all know with any article of clothing, with masks included, one size fits all is not really one size fits all. All right, well, let's get through the ad.
The new Defender. Just the thing for those.
Sorry, I don't have YouTube Premium.
Oh, it's one thing to have a problem in your relationship and make a mistake in the relationship and say something that you shouldn't. It's quite another to edit and upload that to the internet. That's why I can't respect that.
I don't get, this is what I don't get. Where did she fat shame her? They were talking about a mask that didn't fit. They were talking about a mask that didn't fit. This is what I don't get. Terry Kodo, that's not fat shaming. No, I didn't think it was, Terry. No, you're right. There's a lot of conjecture going on in Karina's head. Agreed, Searchin. Haydur Nation is built on a foundation of scurrilous conjecture. Absolutely. Yeah, agreed there. Okay. Okay, let's move on. She fat shamed her girlfriend Becky, so we fat shame her in return. But don't you dare point out our obesity problems. That's fat shaming. That's true how they operate. It's so true, Anti-Apocalypse.
That because you decided to humiliate your girlfriend in front of almost 200,000 subscribers. That is why people are upset with Amber, not because of the way that she looks, but the victim mentality is going to get you views and clicks.
Okay, maybe you claim that, but like I said, is there anything on some level? And we've seen by the comments, her comment section again, about 95% is about her appearance. And it's not, and let's put it this way. With all the stuff Amberlynn Reid is accused of, if she looked like Tana Mongeau, would they be someone like Tana Mongeau? Or even Trisha Paytas for that matter? Or, would they really be all over her the way that they are? Okay, it's just a question I want to put out there. I doubt that Karina is going to watch this video because her channel is way, way much bigger than mine is. But it's a question I want to put out there. Like, it's something to think about. It's something to think about,
Okay. Hello, everyone. So in today's video, Amberlynn Reid blocks me. Yes, y'all. She's muted me from commenting on her channel. I used to get hundreds of likes on my comments that I would leave on her channel. She's muted me from speaking because, look, when I would leave these type of comments after she doxed Dana and Destiny and put out their private...
Okay, if Amberlynn Reid did that, that's where I was saying, where's the receipt on that? Where is the receipt? Okay, if Amberlynn did dox Dana and Destiny, that's not cool, not okay. And as someone who was doxed last summer, I can tell you, being at the receiving end of it is not fun, And I'm a goddamn content creator who subjects herself to all kinds of, critique and stuff like that. But Dana and Destiny, they're not. Well, they have their own YouTube channel, but I don't know. Do they still do videos? I don't know. But yeah, but doxing is never okay. But the flip side, like I said, Karina, usually Karina Kaboom always had good receipts. And this time she didn't. And when you're making such an accusation, I always think it's important to have, come to the party armed, so to speak. Bring your receipts.
Information on the dog tags in her video. Yeah, she totally gave away their phone number. Very nice, Amber. So after she did that,
yeah, like that could have shown. You could have blocked out, during the editing process, just block out the identity parts of the show. You know what I mean? Let me see what's going on in the chat. Yes. I am heating up samosas. Maybe Jasmine is hungry. Hey, Laura Lulu. I love samosas. She's raiding straight from the Haydur Nation Catechism here. Nope, getting away with murder. Oh, it's Karina. They all sound the same. Yeah, we're reacting to Karina Kaboom. She uploaded her reaction about a few hours ago, Laura Lulu. Laura, hey, yeah, DP, hey, searching, yeah, what's a samosa? Searching for keys, that's an Indian appetizer. It's a deep fried pastry made with chickpea flour, and it's usually filled with vegetables, namely potatoes and green peas. And here's something, except for me, I have to make my own samosas because I don't like green peas. I really don't. And if I'm eating a samosa like from an Indian restaurant, I'm spending a lot of time picking out the peas. That's how much I don't like them. But yeah, and you can dip it in tamarind sauce. It's good otherwise, you know. Yeah. Yeah, if you like, yeah, I recommend if you like Indian food, try it out. Searching for keys, try it out. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, they can be spicy depending who's making them.
Yeah, she basically muted me and nobody could see my comments until today when she has unblocked yours truly. Yes, Amberlynn Reid has blocked me and then unblocked me.
No one cares.
Well, good point, Eric. No one cares. No one cares.
I agree, Eric. If you could not tell already by this intro, my videos are simply for entertainment purposes only, not meant to be taken seriously. Everything I'm going to say are my own opinions and not facts, my commentary, what I think and how I feel. Please don't leave Amberlynn Reid or anyone mention any mean-spirited, negative, discouraging comments. We love our girl, blocked or not. Okay.
You know, for someone who doesn't care about being blocked or muted, you sure went into a diatribe about it. Just saying.
So Amber is upset that she's being treated unfairly in her opinion. So because she gets a lot of mean comments about her chili and her videos, she's decided to actually go ahead and trash other YouTubers that have literally done nothing to her.
Was she trashing the girl with the green chili though? She pointed out that that it looked pukey, but you know, one person's pukey could be could be another person's delicacy. I already covered that at the top of the reaction, you know. But you know, like I said, I personally would not use Amberlynn's recipe. I don't think most would. But is there just a little bit of that typical hate bias as well on her regarding the chili? Maybe some, but in all honesty, as somebody who never spouted any hate to Amberlynn, I can honestly say I would not make that recipe.
Very nice, Amber. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to point out is, obviously, if you're traveling during a time like this and not being honest about it, it's not a good idea to travel right now. I agree with Amber and her sentiment, but everything else she's saying is total BS, okay?
Is it though?
Here's the problem, okay? So everybody gets treated completely differently on this website, and it's definitely not true that the more attractive you are, the more love you're gonna get, and it's okay for you to be that way. Jaclyn Hill is somebody who I'm sure Amber would find attractive. She's a beauty influencer, and she has gotten called out and trashed, and people have left her so many mean comments about her lipsticks.
All right, let's go back a bit. Okay, let's go back a bit. Amberlynn, while she probably might have some nice supporting fans, but let's be honest, and Karina knows this as well as everybody else, Amberlynn's channel is based on hate watching. Okay, they're haters. Yes, it has been argued. I heard it argued a couple of years ago by Peter Mon. For those of you who don't know who he is, he's a longtime drama channel of that name, Peter Mon. He has other channels where he does other stuff as well. But Peter Mon has talked about Amberlynn Reid in the past on his channel. And yeah, he talked about like the hate watchers are really love watchers and all that. And I've heard other people, but I forget who. Sorry, you're going to learn. Those of you who are new here, I have terrible short-term recall. So, yeah, so that's how it goes. Now, on to the Jaclyn Hill thing. Here's one thing. Yeah, she is attractive. And yeah, she's a beauty influencer, does makeup tutorials. She's had her own foray. Now, rightfully, the drama channels did call her out because she was, if anybody remembers, she put out a substandard product. The lipsticks were like, there was a question of moldy lipsticks with hair all over them, you know? And so, you know, you're paying good money. They launched, apparently she didn't vet the lab well enough. Anyways, I'm not a beauty channel here. I don't do beauty commentary. But I'm just pointing out that legitimately the complaints were legitimate. But here's another thing, Karina, what you're not pointing out. Jaclyn Hill doesn't have 150 channels reacting to her. Okay? Jaclyn Hill does not have 150 channels reacting to her. And I'm reasonably certain that 95% of her comments are not, superficial, nitpicky. They're to the point. But rather to the point, critique of, this is no way to start a business. This is no way to launch a line, and legitimately so. People who may have ordered, apparently there were also shipping orders, just a mess all around. And here's the other thing, okay? When she finally did come out of hiding and did her apology video, it was really a non-apology type of thing. So it was about how not to deal with customer service. His customer service was poor. Like everything was piss poor. But here's the thing. When someone like Jaclyn Hill did that, you've got the beauty drama channels, the beauty commentary. They're making their videos. They were making their videos for, a couple of weeks, a month, tops 2 months maybe. And then they moved on, okay? They moved on to the next scandal. Okay, true. The beauty community has no shortage of scandals. So much drama in that community. Where do they find the time to produce makeup? No, seriously, this is a question I've asked for so long. Where do they produce the time to make makeup? But anyways, I'm losing my words here. I digress. Okay, digress. That's the word. I digress. I'm not here to talk about Jaclyn Hill, but only to point out the differences. I'm going to go to the chat now. I'm going to head to the chat. Try Montreal jail. No thanks. I've already been 25 years ago, anti-apocalypse. Annie's the smallest violin. Searching for keys. Why do I get a feeling it's conditional on making oven samosas? Okay. I'll get on making the dough. Yeah, right on. If you make your own samosas, anti-apocalypse, right on. She didn't even give clues as to who the girl was. Exactly, searching for keys. She didn't mention the name. Block, that's cute. Try Twitter jail. Oh, poor baby, so sad. Crying a river for the poor dear. Block from a comment section. Yeah, let's all have a moment of silence while we mourn this. Moment's over. Okay. I think I adore you, Auntie, from Laura Lulu. All right, Auntie, you can come over this weekend. I make decent oven-baked samosas. Right on. You never had Indian food? Searching for keys. Yeah. Okay, so now let me go ahead. I just wanted to catch up with everybody. Auntie, that sounds really good. I swear it's not, but bring the dough. Abdo will travel. All right, right on, Auntie. Right on, Auntie. Auntie, never been. I'm in Toronto. North America, huh? Okay, I'll make the dough for you guys' place. All right, Anti-Apocalypse is going to do the tour and make samosa dough. Right on. I love you, Fedora. I got to go for a few. I'll check back in. Yeah, come back. The stream will be left up at your leisure if you come back to it later. Thank you so much for stopping by, searching for keys. Thank you so much. Yeah, when she said don't send her hate, I was like, girl, as if you don't know what sort of response you're stoking. Really? Really? Auntie, this just going to do the opposite. Key, see you later. Yeah, you're right. Unfortunately, it does make the opposite, eh, Michelle? Like, does anybody remember? Gosh, that channel had a weird name. She was a clout chaser. She did a video accusing her ex of paying Chantal to be Chantal's feeder and hungry fat chick. Turned out it was not true. I think that turned out not to be true. But do you remember, like, she came on another video, that girl, she came on another video, she was begging Kiwi Farms not to dox her. She was like, please, Kiwi Farms, don't dox me, Kiwi Farms. Like, girl, you're just asking for them to do just that, you know? I've got to go and get my lifting in for the day. I'll bounce in out of yours and Neg's chat. Is Negs live right now? Oh, I didn't know. I'll have to catch him later. Yeah, some Celtic name by a Russian woman. Yeah, I can't remember what it is, Anti-Apocalypse. I really can't. Okay. No, I didn't know Negs was live now. Oh, well, we'll continue as is. Yeah, we'll continue as is, and people will catch the stream later in the replay, you know? All right, thanks for telling me, Michelle. No problem. Like I said, people can catch this after. All right, here we go.
There are countless YouTubers that are similar to Amber. An example would be Learning to Be Fearless. And there's so many
I don't know who Learning to Be Fearless is, so I have no comment.
mukbangers that have similar traits of Amber, but they're not really called out or being treated negatively. It has nothing to do with looks. It has to do with Amber's behavior. She's called.
Yeah, but there are others, again, even in the mukbang community. Let's take Nikocado Avocado. This would be a great example. Nikocado Avocado is a huge troll, okay? He's a huge troll. He trolls his health. He trolls, he had a pet sloth once, which he used to troll his audience. Anybody remember that? He ended up having to give away the sloth because the sloth attacked him. You know, all the crying he does on the food. He trolls his relationship with Orlin. He trolls domestic abuse. Again, trolling is and I would find the latter much more harmful than most other trolling things would do. And Nicocado's another one, you know. He was like, you remember how he would troll? I'm trying to get up to 300 pounds. I'm trying to get up to 300 pounds. He packed on over what must be, I don't know what he's weighing in at now. At last check, I think he's about, give or take, he's gained about 170 pounds since he stopped being vegan, which was a couple of years ago. You know, so that's why I'm using Nikocado as a comparison, because I think it's similar, even though he's male. But I think there are similarities. Now, yeah, Nikocado gets his hate and he has his critics. But again, there are no channels dedicated to reacting to Nikocado Avocado. There are no channels dedicated for that purpose, as there are channels dedicated to reacting to Shawdal or Amberlynn. You know what I mean? So yeah, there is a double standard here. Let me turn to the chat. Okay. So yeah. All right. So hang on. Okay. So anyways, there we go.
Calling the other YouTuber a liar. Notice how she's saying that the other girl's chili was disgusting and green, and focus on yourself. And here's a news flash. On YouTube, people are not treated the same. They're not, okay?
Yeah, it doesn't make it right, though. It doesn't make it right. I think we should all, you know, how often do we hear, oh, well, it's the internet. It's toxic anyway. Twitter is toxic. YouTube is toxic. But yeah, okay, I'm not going to argue that point. But I think we can all try to make it a better place, especially, you know, we're in lockdowns and the pandemic, and the internet is pretty much our sole means for communication with other people, right? I think we can I think we can all do our part and try, you know, some small part to try to make it a better place. Does anybody remember the movie Heathers? Okay, who's in my chat right now? Yeah, what about MFW? Eric, exactly, Michelle, thank you. Exactly. Thank you, Michelle. But there was a movie in the 80s called Heather. It is a cult classic, although it was a box office flop, starring Winona Ryder and Christian Slater. And it was a dark comedy. And basically, you know, when they're at the first Heather's funeral, like it was basically about a power clique run by three pretty girls in their designer clothes, called Heather, and one Veronica, who had a backyard for croquet matches. But anyways, the character Veronica, played by Winona Ryder, she's sitting over the casket of the Heather that died, and she says, I just want my high school to be a better place. I just want my high school to be a nicer place, or something along those lines. I don't remember the exact verbiage, but that's what she said. And I think, and that's my attitude towards the internet or Twitter, you know. I'd like it to be a nicer place too, you know. And we should all be trying to do better, you know. We can all try to be better, like, you know. And also, I gotta say, this before your time, Michelle, It's on Amazon Prime these days. If you want to catch it, if you have Amazon Prime, you can catch it. YouTube might rent that out. It's called Heathers, Michelle. I think you might like it. It is dark. It is dark in storyline. Yeah, the apocalypse. You remember Heathers? Yeah, exactly. So it's about we can all, it's kind of a cop out saying, well, it's the internet and it's toxic. Me, for instance, I opened a Discord server last year, a few days before Christmas, and I kept hearing how everybody was saying, well, Discord is a bad place. Discord servers are a bad place. They are the devil's playthings. There's so much toxicity and there's so much drama. Well, yeah, that's true for many servers. But when I started my server, I went in with the intent that my server would be different. That there wouldn't be the drama or, that we would be able to curb the drama. There wouldn't be the toxicity. You know what? Almost 1 year in, it'll be 1 year Christmas Eve. We set up that server bare bones for people to chat, for people who are alone on Christmas Eve to come and chat. Me and Wraith Phoenix. That's what we did. And so it'll be a year Christmas Eve that my Discord server, and other than a few skirmishes, which is typical of human nature, but they were taken care of. Michelle's a member of my Discord server, and yeah, she can tell you it's drama-free, idealistic. It won't be a better place. The only thing you can do is not be sucked into the hate mob rabble. Yes, anti-apocalypse, I know. Call me an idealist. I'll see if I can find it. Almost drama-free. Yeah, pretty much. And we do nip these things in the bud. Unfortunately, there's too many people that are shit, poopy. Yeah, you're right, Michelle. You're right. You're absolutely right, Michelle. All right, let's go.
Amber's not going to get treated the same as somebody else, but there's lots of people who have her characteristics, who have her traits, personality traits, who look maybe similar, and you know what? They're not hated on. So it's Amber.
But why not, though? Why not, though? Not that I encourage hate. It's more my question is, why does she get that much more hate than, say, Nikocado Avocado?
Behavior. But when I first started making drama videos, everybody would make the same video and I would get total hate for it, and people would call me out for the drama video that I made, which was the same video that 7 other people repeated after me. How come they didn't get all the hate? How come people DM'd me years ago saying, how could you make this video about this tweet, but they didn't DM the other guys that were making the videos? Because
okay, I have something to say about that, because this is from my own recent experience. Everybody remember the leaked voice notes from Norma, Becky's mom, about, which were revealed partially, and I gotta say partially because the whole thing, there was a lot of context missing. And a few of us came out and did videos, we did live streams discussing like the very fact that those voice notes were released in the first place, was wrong. It was wrong. Maybe not illegal in the state of Kentucky, which turns out it is a one-party state. We have no idea if Norma consented to them being leaked publicly. We'll never know that for obvious reasons. But the point is, the others who did the videos, they got the same amount of likes to dislikes. They didn't get a lot of hate. They got some hate comments, but when I did my video, it was a 6-minute upload, and according to my analytics, it only had like average viewing time on that 6-minute video was 1.5 minutes, and I got bombarded in my comment section with hate. I got barraged with hate comments, and the like to dislike ratio was so insane that someone, I'm not going to mention his name. He's a fellow YouTube content creator. He told me, you know what, turn your likes and dislikes off. Okay, obviously they're just coming to drop a hate. Turn the likes and dislikes off, which I did. I followed his advice. And I did that for subsequent videos after that because it was to the point. I realize it's all engagement anyway. And yeah, Amberlynn understands the YouTube algorithm probably better than most of us do. And I understand its engagement, and it got decent views for a channel my size, but it still rattled me mentally. It still rattled me. It's like, yeah, so Yeah, it's like, I'm with you there, sister Karina. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, I do have an idea why, but I'm not going to discuss that.
Because, newsflash, people are not treated similarly, or even in, like, it is unfair. But that's the whole point. People will treat you based on what they think about you.
Yeah, and I don't think that's fair either. I think the content, as far as content, judge the content, what's being said. Were there proper receipts? If you're going to quote a study, is the study linked in the description box or in the pinned comment, Yeah, I know. I'm an idealist. What can I tell you? I'm an idealist.
So instead of just trashing other women, how is making fun of other people?
I don't think she trashed that girl with the green chili. I think she was just pointing out a double standard, which seems to occur often with Amberlynn. I honestly don't think she was trashing the girl. If she really wanted to trash her, she could have given out her channel name even. She didn't do that. She didn't mention. I have no idea. I'm going to refer to her as Green Chili Girl because I have no idea who she's referring to.
That Amber is doing on her channel. And how is that, like, at all?
That's a Chromebook.
There we go.
That's a Chromebook.
Sorry, I'm a cheap ass. I don't have the YouTube Premium.
Unlike most banks, HSBC lets you keep.
Okay, you get the 20 cents, Karina. You get the 20
to her
cents.
asking people not to make fun of her. Like, if Amber doesn't want people to make fun of other people, she should focus on her own behavior instead of transferring her hatred onto these other women. Like, I don't see.
Hold on, isn't that what Haydur Nation does, Karina? Isn't that what the folks of Haydur Nation do? Like Charlie Gold, On Program Situation. And despite being an attractive, slim girl, even Young Dumb Honey Bun, or Michael B. Petty, isn't that what they're doing? Let me go to the chat. Let's see what's being said. You will see the same video covered from like 10 channels. Yeah, exactly, Michelle. We need a Discord jail. You want a Discord jail? Sorry to be a downer. Almost drama-free. Sorry to be a downer. That's okay, the apocalypse. I never lived at the altar of positivity all the time, 24/7. Nobody called you out, Karina. You're in the solid majority with the rest of the hate mob. Exactly. It was wrong to release. It was, hang on. Where am I? Sorry, I'm lost here in my chat. It was wrong to release those voice notes. Exactly, We don't really know. First of all, no family is perfect. Family fights happen at the worst of times. And that should never have been released. Exactly. Yeah, it's all engagement. Yeah. But still, it rattled my cage to the point where I was scared to do another video. I even asked Nova Ray to, my next video was alive, and I had asked Nova Ray partly because and we did something very light. We did mukbang cringe fest. We talked about mukbangs, and should they be demonetized or struck, basically. But Nova Ray, I consider a friend. By the way, those of you who don't know Nova Ray, we need to get her up to 1,000 subscribers. Go sub to her channel. That's Nova Ray, REII. Go sub to her. I will link her channel in the pinned comment below. All you have to do is descend in Amberlynn's comments section to see the nature of the mob. They are not reasonable, insightful people. They're projecting their own weight garbage on ALR. That's it. Yeah, I'm agreed with you there. I will give Karina Kaboom the benefit of the doubt because I have no idea what she looks like. Honestly, I really have no idea what she looks like. Anti-true. Trashing other women as if this systemic class issue. Stop, Karina. Amberlynn is transferring her hatred onto other people. It's as if Amberlynn is never allowed to clap back. You know what I mean? It's as if she's never allowed to clap back. Peanut's trying to go live again. Yeah, I saw she's trying to test her new, I think she got some new streaming software. She's trying it out. So I don't know if she's having an actual discussion. I think right now she's just testing out her new streaming software. Okay.
See these other ladies talking about Amber's chili. And by the way, the main person that talks about Amber's looks and weight is Amber.
Absolutely ridiculous that I
Oh no, you're right, Amber. It is ridiculous, but no, Karina, you know better. Amberlynn is not the only one talking about her looks. You just have to go into Amberlynn's comment section to know this. No.
upload a video where I show a little bit more of my body than I usually do. The fact that I'm sitting here and reading the comments and it's like one after another, just talking about my body and how big it is. The videos with my body as a thumbnail get more views. The videos of me eating get more views.
Okay, so I completely agree with Amber that it's very disgusting and wrong to body shame people. That's why I have numerous videos currently on Amber in which we never discuss what she looks like. I don't ever talk about that. That is irrelevant to me. I've only tried to lift her up and talk about how I enjoy the way she accessorizes. I like her earrings and tops, but that's all irrelevant to Amber because you see, she needs the haters to answer to.
Well, it's not just that. It's not just that. It's like I said, most of my videos do get a lot more likes than dislikes. But I got that one video where there was an insane amount of dislikes. And that's the one I'm going to harp on. I think a lot of us are like that. Again, Peter Mon talked about that on his channel once. That, you know, he'll get a lot of positive comments, but you're going to focus on that one negative comment. It is human nature to do so. Whether you're Amberlynn, whether you're Peter Mon, whether you're yours truly, whether you're you, even Karina, I'm sure.
Okay, so while it is absolutely unacceptable to body shame anyone, you guys answer a question for me. Why do you guys think that Amberlynn posts these type of videos onto TikTok and these type of videos onto TikTok? Why do you think Amber makes these type of videos on YouTube? And what about these videos? These videos are my favorite because she literally calling them full body shots. Now, just remember, these videos are not compilation Amberlynn Reid videos. Oh no. These are videos that Amber has created in her full capacity.
Nobody's arguing that point. I think it's sad. I think it's sad. She knows she looks like a circus, you know, to other people. They see a freak show, and she knows this. The only way I can describe it best is a little anecdote. I remember knowing a young girl who went into prostitution. And she went into prostitution. She was underage. She was around 16, 17, something like that. And somebody had asked her, why are you doing that? That girl was because she had been repeatedly assaulted, you know how. I can't say the word on YouTube. She had been repeatedly assaulted, you know how. And she figured, well, if you're going to do that to me, I might as well make money off of it. It's sad. And boy, did that hit hard. But I often wondered if the analogy could be put to Amberlynn Reid. Why? You see, it's a circle. She puts out a thumbnail like this or something where she's defiantly putting a spoonful of food in her mouth, you know, or something. I wonder, I'm going to turn to the chat for this, see what you say about that. Yeah. Trashing other women is stop, Karina. Peanut, yeah. I got the notification too. I'm setting up my stopwatch on my phone to see if I get a notification that Peanut is testing out her new Tater software. Tater software. Auntie, testing some things, I guess. Okay, later, all right, catch you later, Auntie. Stay out of trouble. Yeah. Michelle, are you okay? You're still here. I swear to God, I go live. And, it is December AdSense month. We're all pushing out our content. And I do share much of the same audience as Peanut and Negs do, So obviously we're competing for viewers. But like I said, since this is a members-only chat, maybe some might prefer to go to a chat where, they might prefer to go to a chat where they can interact. And that's fine. That's fine. But, yeah, to the Mad Hatters, like I said, part of the perks is I offer one live stream per week where it's only members chats. If you want to join the Mad Hatters, please consider doing so. Click the join button. You can access that through the super chat button, the join button, and take a look. We've got some cool emojis, some nice custom hat emojis we can use. Yes, the e-bagging portion for December, because Michelle, you would never forgive me if I didn't do it. So anyways, all right. So yeah, and we might as well get the rest of that out of the way. If you want to donate through PayPal, you can too. Rest assured, I will keep your information private and confidential. It is sacrosanct around here. Also, go check out my merch. Might make a nice belated Christmas gift at this point for right now. Thank you for showing the emojis, Michelle. Cool. So, yeah, go check out my merch store. Also, I have a Discord server, as I pointed out, will be 1 year old on December 24th, Christmas Eve. Okay. You have to be 18 and up to join. Off to jail with you, no e-bagging portion. Like I said, it's a full-time job for Michelle to keep me out of trouble. So anyways, here we go. But yeah, I think, yeah, she knows. And as you saw Amberlynn in that Snapchat clip that you saw earlier, yeah, she knows how the algorithm works and all that. But I think it's a vicious circle, you know. It is a vicious circle, I think. She knows that makes money, but at the same time, it's still got to get to her mentally. And secondly, I don't think it gives anyone a license to go bully, honestly. You know, go attack her for her looks or anything. You know, like I said, I always keep saying, I hope we should strive to be better people, you know. Don't give in to that. And if you don't give in to that, here's another thing. That means less views, less revenue for her, for Amberlynn. Less views, less revenue, which means Amberlynn would have to change tack with her channel. Something to think about here, kids.
Onto youtube.com videos, and she uses her full body shots, as the title over here says, in her thumbnails because it makes her the most amount of money. Make no mistake about it, Victim Lynn just wants you to give her sympathy. Here's the thing. The problem is, I agree with Amber that it's wrong to discuss her body and to be mean to her about her looks. So therefore, she has a great choice. She could stop using her body for views and attention and money. December, this month that we are currently
just pointed that out,
is the month where YouTubers can make the most amount of money. I mean, the most amount of money that you can make all year. Now, it's not, you know, foolproof, but basically, it's a good month to make a lot of money. And the reason, in my opinion, I think it's pretty clear that she uses her body in the thumbnails. She's used her body in the thumbnails numerous amounts of time, is to make the most amount of money. She's just waiting for you.
Okay, Karina, we got the point. We got the point. Let's try to move on, Karina.
To litter her comment section with negative comments about her. She knows exactly what it's going to be.
The videos with my body as a thumbnail get more views. The videos of me eating get more views.
And look,
and it is a sad reality. That's what I'm saying. You know, it's the vicious circle. You know, having grown up in the system, she was poor. All of a sudden, she's raking in the coin. It's literally a rags to riches story of sorts. Okay, maybe not in the conventional way that we see somebody. You know, maybe, you know, like that guy from the Netflix docudrama Hillbilly Elegy, okay, where J.D. Vance, you know, he joins the military, and then he goes to a state school for his undergrad and goes to Yale law school, you know, and makes it okay. That's usually the conventional way when we say rags to riches. But this is sort of a rags to riches in the unconventional sense. Would I be able to do it? No. Like I said, I freaked out when I had that one video that had so many dislikes. I don't know how anybody can do it. But I did give the flip side by giving the anecdote about that girl, why she was working as a prostitute, right? So, Yeah, it's a vicious circle. She knows what she has to do to make the money and all that. But here's the thing, you can be better people. All of us, we can be better people. And just not, just ignore it. If you don't like it, don't watch it. That's the best advice I could give. Don't watch it. Don't like her, don't watch it. I don't watch her because I find her boring. I find her channel boring. But honestly, I've always found her fascinating. At the same time, I've always found her fascinating, but I find her channel content boring. But that's why I don't watch. Now, here's the thing. If her views go down, subs go down, nobody's watching, nobody's engaging, it could be a sign for her to change tack, whether it's her YouTube channel or in her life. It's something to think about. And I think that's the most caring thing. You talk about caring about her well-being. I think that's the most caring thing you can do.
Look, the views are usually higher when she puts her full body in.
We know.
She knows it.
We
Amber
know.
is only putting her full body in the thumbnail and in the video so that people could leave her negative comments every single time. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Every single time you go back to anybody's video, Amber's mine, and you keep leaving bad comments, and every single...
Oh, God, here we go. Yeah, Karina, you're going to get your 20 cents.
Single time you go to refresh the comments and you go back to take another gander, another peek, you are making that YouTuber, whoever's video it is, more money. And that's all that it's ever been about for Amber. More money to buy Becky another t-shirt, okay? But to me, see, I don't care either way. I would never, slam her for...
Karina, if you don't care, why are you reacting to it? If you don't care, why are you reacting to it? Let's turn to the chat. Maybe, but I'm not a member. Yeah, because, moderators are allowed in the members-only chats. I set it to members only, but apparently moderators are allowed. So, yeah, it's fine. Moderators are allowed. Wait, is Amberlynn getting pilloried for taking advantage of increased ad revenue in December, as if everyone else doesn't do that? Yeah, really, Auntie, there's so much. I mean, hell, I'm doing it. If anybody who's followed me for a while knows that I've probably pushed out more content alone in the month of December than I have in the last 3 months. Honestly. Okay? I've been pushing out much more content. So, yeah, it is a hustle. YouTube is a hustle, Auntie, I know, right? Auntie, I think it's because you're mod, honestly. Auntie, I'm both, though. Yeah, exactly. That's how it is. To show that she doesn't care, but cares. Exactly, Michelle. Sweet. Off to beg other channels for wrenches. Right on, Annie Apocalypse. You go, girl. You go, girl. I've heard of e-begging. Never heard of begging for wrenches. We're going to do the tour stream, and we're going to beg for wrenches. Auntie, so e-begging portion per mod.
Making money, because a true hustler doesn't care. I don't care that she's a hustler of money. Mazel tov, Amber. It's just stop complaining about it. Amberlynn has a choice of...
Yeah, but here's the thing. People don't have to be so nasty about it. They don't have to be so nasty about it. You know what I found? If anything, Amberlynn has proven to me is that while she has flawed herself, and like I said, we're all flawed at the end of the day, we're all flawed as human beings. But with her flaws, I think she has been pretty good at showing character flaws of many, many people. People who themselves probably think they're good people. They look at themselves in the mirror, they sleep soundly at night, and they think they're good people. And shows them up. And I think she shows, the highlights of their flaws. I don't know if it makes sense what I say. I'm having trouble finding my words this evening. That sometimes happens with my condition. And it's been like that for many years. So I apologize when that happens, but I can't do much about it. But I do the best I can. I soldier on.
Not making her full body photos as her thumbnail. By the way, to be fair to the situation, I think that is...
Here's another thing to point out, another double standard. Eugenia Cooney, we see her in videos. She body checks. She does show off how skinny she is. And if anybody's noticed, like from the time she went into that stint in rehab a year and a half ago, where when she first came out of rehab, she was wearing large baggy sweaters, even in the middle of a Los Angeles July, wearing a big bag, bulky sweaters. And the thinner she gets, the more scant her wardrobe tends to be. I think most of us have noticed that. And her thumbnails generally highlight her thinness, you know what I mean? But she doesn't get nearly the critique or the hate that Amberlynn does for doing the same thing. You know what I mean? It's polar opposites. One is like really severely underweight, and the other one is severely overweight. But it's really the same thing when you think about it. But yeah, and let's face it, there are no channels devoted to reacting to Eugenia Cooney. Not that I would condone that. I don't think anybody, devoting to just one person or to the same two people. Let's check the chat. Okay. Auntie, you love the e-begging portion too. Auntie! Auntie Apocalypse loves the e-begging portion. You can give me a wrench at the following accounts. I always keep your information private. Yeah, honestly. It's all good, Fedora. God forbid she hate for that, right? She hate for that, right? That. Exactly. Here we go.
It's kind of ridiculous that she's not allowed to use her body, and I think that she can if she wants to, right? There's nothing wrong with people's bodies. Let them live, let them be, okay? But
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that. That's why I'm on the unpopular side of these arguments.
She's complaining about it. She's doing this on purpose to make more money. I think it's very wrong to say anything bad about people's bodies. That's why I never would. And I only discuss Amber's actions. And that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, you do discuss Amber's actions. Okay, you may not talk about her body, but again, how come you're not talking about Charlie Gold and her own hypocrisy? You've got a lot of missed opportunities talking about Charlie Gold. And she's a channel that's, that has 100,000 some odd subscribers, just like you, just like Amberlynn. Why don't you do videos talking about Charlie Gold? I think you're missing an opportunity here, the messes that she's been making, and her alliances and, cozying up to smaller channels, even problematic ones like the Geek Room, you know what I mean? Why aren't you talking about Charlie Gold?
My issue with Amber is not that she wants to make money on her body and to get the views. No, honey, go ahead. My issue is that she's doing these videos on TikTok. She's doing these thumbnails on purpose to make the money. She knows the negativity brings in the most money. It's the Howard Stern model. The more people hated Howard Stern, the more money he made.
Oh, this was true. Howard Stern was considered the coin. I think that's where Howard Stern was when the coin was first termed shock jock. Shock jock, I think that's where it was. There were others too, like what was his name? Rush Limbaugh is another one. There was one from the 80s and 90s, begins with the letter I. I forget what it is, but it began with the letter I. And of course, who could forget former Danny Partridge, Danny Bonaducci. Anybody remember the Partridge family?
Okay, and then she complains about it. You can't have it both ways. I don't personally think that Amber is ever going to appreciate her platform. I think that she's handling it all wrong. Just take the money and run and keep it moving. Stop bemoaning the ill parts about your job, because everybody's job has things about it that they don't like. I think that in this day and age, Amber is very lucky to be able to put food on the table. She's very lucky that she makes enough money to support 2 people, okay? And most importantly, just imagine this scenario. Tomorrow, YouTube takes down her channel or demonetizes it. How does she go to work? She claims are her haters, not congratulators, because they are the ones that are putting the lights on in her apartment.
Well, hold on a minute. Doesn't make that behavior okay. And this is probably why Amberlynn escalates. I pointed this out earlier. Maybe it's best, don't watch her. Don't give her that engagement. And that's a sign that she has to change tack. You know what I mean? And here's another thing. All those people would go after her if she were on, say, disability. Because let's face it, she can't work, not just due to her size or her, but also due to her mental health issues. Okay? So, you know, she's pretty much unemployable. So these are the alternatives. She's doing this hustling on YouTube, or she goes on government disability, you know. But you can imagine she'd be slammed for both. Let's go take a look at the chat once again. Yeah. No, she doesn't. She discusses trumped up narratives because then she will get verbally abused. This isn't about ALR's actual actions. It's about a boogeyman concocted by the hate mob and the actions and malice they attribute to her, and does not out people saying racist things. Anti-true. Don Imus, thank you very much, Anti-Apocalypse. I forgot his name. Imus. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. Call out. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah. But still, you know, sometimes to take a stand comes with consequences. Oh, well.
And the food on the table. Those are just my own opinions. Thank you guys so very much for watching today. This has been your Captain Kaboom speaking, taking you where no man has gone before, to the final.
Oh, no. It's where every man and woman on YouTube is, well, not everyone. No. Not everyone has gone to, yeah. Okay. Okay. So, all right. Dealing with actual hate mob is a lot different than small complaints about your workplace. It's not on par with a secretary never refilling the coffee machine. Exactly. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, you go to work and yeah, it's your job to take orders, but it doesn't mean you have to take outright abuse neither. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean you have to take out and out abuse day in and day out. So the same analogy can be put there, you know. Well, that was the paint by numbers, Haydur catechism. Catechisms and Haydur Bibles, yeah. So does anybody else have anything to say? Does anybody else have anything to say? I will stick with you for the next 5 minutes or so. Yeah. So once again, so anyways, so that's my reaction. I'm done with it. So with this part of the reaction, I want to thank the new Mad Hatter members who I will add to my board, Terry Cato and Jigsaw. What's her name? Jigsaw. Okay, hang on. I got to take a look at my. Don't take it personally. I'm terrible with names. Hang on. I will check. Yeah. I will check. Get 2 new members tonight. Yeah, there was Terry Cato and Jigsaw Woman. Yes, Jigsaw Woman. Thank you so much and welcome to the Mad Hatters. I'm so glad you're going to be joining us. We're all mad here and it's a wonderful thing. Yes. Yeah, what about MFW, Eric? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I've covered both of them, especially MFW. Although at this point, MFW has become a meme. You know what I mean? It's become a meme. Yeah, it's become a meme. So, looks like I'm going to be, jumping off very soon. Again, thanks for the new members. Thanks for the new, Haydur Bible. Belinda wants to know your location. Belinda's a channel member. She can chat in here. She can chat in here. She's a member. She's a channel member. So yeah, she paid her Bible. Belinda wants to know my location. Aha, Belinda, you'll never know. You'll never know. But yeah, no, Belinda is great. Haydur Nation News Network. Go sub to her channel. It's mainly a satirical It's mainly, much of it is satirical. And she is funny. She is hilarious. So like I said, Haydur Nation News Network and Nova Ray. Let's get Nova Ray to 1,000 subs. Very well-spoken woman. She's been on my channel quite a few times, and surely she'll be back. I'm looking to do other collabs very soon. I am working on the 12 days of hate. Oh, Michelle, thank you so much for the sticker. Thank you so much. That's really generous. Thank you. Yeah. So, so back to what I was saying. Yeah. So I'm working on the video, the 12 days of Haydur-miss. Looks like the majority, according to my poll, want me to sing along. They want me to sing the song. You know, I retooled some lyrics. So I'm hoping to have that out for advanced viewing for the channel membership without the ads by sometime tomorrow afternoon, and to the public probably later that evening or the next day. What else? I probably will do at least one live stream this weekend. I'm not sure when. I'm really not sure when. But I am planning to do one live stream this weekend. Always remember, I did put a post on my community tab. You could go take a look. I've been asking for suggestions. If there's somebody you want me to parody next, or is there a topic you'd like to hear me discuss or provide commentary on, please let me know. Yes, location, Twitter, jail. Yes, that's my bail money. Thanks for the super sticker. That's my bail money. That's my bail money. So anyways, like I said, channel members, once per week, we're going to be doing these public live streams, but members only chats, and I appreciate it. So today was the first one, the inaugural. Yeah. If you want links about the advantages, in the description box below, the description box, I linked 3 articles regarding good-looking people versus not so good-looking people and the advantages, disadvantages. So those articles are there for your perusal if you're interested in doing some reading up on that. So there's that. And I will pin Nova Ray's channel in the pinned comment once I jump off. And what else? Yeah, 1 week to Christmas, huh? 1 week to Christmas. I may or may not be doing a Christmas Eve stream. I am going to be home alone this Christmas Eve, this Christmas period. So I am planning a Christmas live stream. I'm hoping to get some people on panel with me if they're not doing anything or if they've got free time. I'm hoping to get some people on panels, but we'll see when that happens. So yes, that's the end of today's hustle for December AdSense month. All links to support the channel, besides joining the channel, they're in the description box as well, as my merch link and my PayPal link, and the link to the Discord server. Once again, you must be 18 and up to join. So I think that's just going to do it. Yeah, bail money. Yeah, that's exactly. It's bail money. So that's just going to do it for us here. I have had a request to do a parody of Miss Hussey, which means I'm going to have to look for a dollar store wig. That's going to be interesting. Me doing a parody of a man dressed up as a woman. I'm a chick going to parody a male who dresses up as a woman. Yeah. I don't know. And I don't know if I can get that New York accent, that New York City accent of his down pat. But yeah, I have had requests to do it, but that may not be for a while yet. Like I said, I have to get the rhinestone glasses too for that. And I have to practice up on my New York. I suck at accents. But if there is, like I said, we're mostly a commentary channel here. So if there's topics you want me to discuss, or videos or channels you want me to react to, let me know. Like I said, there is a post on my community tab. So that's just going to about do it for us. Maybe Belinda. Yeah, 1 week to Christmas. Time flies when you're having fun. We'll see about Belinda, Michelle. It's the thing with Belinda is she works nights. Okay, she doesn't maintain the same schedule that most of us do. She works nights. So it's a matter of catching her on a night off. But yeah, I would love to get Belinda here, and I'm going to do my best to try to get Belinda up on panel with me because I think it would be fun. We can roast each other. Belinda of Haydur Nation News Network. We can roast each other, and I think it would be super fun. But like I said, we just have to find a way to get that's convenient for Belinda's schedule. So, like I said, no promises because at the end of the day, it's up to her. She wants to come on. So no promises, but I am trying. Okay, so that's going to do it. Take care of yourselves and each other, especially this holiday season, which is bringing, for a lot of people, even without the pandemic, it brings no joy. The holiday season brings no joy, but it just reinforces things like marginalization and loneliness. So especially now during the pandemic, things are that much more difficult, you know, as prices go up and people are losing their jobs, you know. So let's try to exercise a little bit of compassion here toward our fellow man. If there is somebody vulnerable or at risk in your midst, please give them a call. DM them on social media if they got it. Send them a text, carrier pigeon, whatever it takes. Because sometimes lending a sympathetic ear. Thank you so much, Terry. Yes, you take care too. So remember, lending a sympathetic ear sometimes for an hour or two can make all the difference in the world to that person. Okay, so that's all it takes. Doesn't cost you nothing. So I'm going to see you all in the next one. Have a good night, everybody.